here we are, we're in Ballyspring, just on the way to my nan's funeral. Now, I haven't been here since I was probably 10 years old, so I think I know the way. Hopefully, anyway. It's about 10:30 now. The actual funeral is at 11, so it's not the hugest village in the world, but as long as I don't get lost, we'll get there on time. And now I think, I don't know, I seem to think that there's a turn in here to the right somewhere. I remember my granddad talking about some old car sales place, which must be there, so I'm just going to head down here. And hopefully the church is here. I mean, I guess we'll probably see the church at some point. I believe it's in some sort of small village, so we shall soon find out. But yeah, just gone 10:30, so hopefully we're not going to be late. Nice fancy hire car I got here as well, so I flew over. Got a flight from Poland, only £123 actually to get over to Ireland, so that's not too bad. And then hired out a car. I've got this car just for today and tomorrow potentially, depends on if it's a late one. I may drive back today, but if not, and I can get somewhere to stay, maybe in the pub overnight, then I've got until tomorrow evening time to drop the car back anyway. So I don't seem to see a lot of things that are looking like a village or a church around here. My instincts tell me to go to the right still, so let's go. Feels good to be back in a familiar area though, in terms of landscape and what the place actually looks like. I really like it. I just feel like this is not the correct way. Right, let me turn into here and see if I can just turn around here somewhere. Okay, I won't go into there. Change my mind on that one. Back out onto the road here maybe. Oh, there's a patch of grass there. Okay. Can't see anything coming. So we'll just go back on ourselves, mate. Well, I have no idea where I am. I'm definitely lost. I'm kind of in a bit of a rush now. It's 10 to 11. I've got to be careful though. There was a police car I noticed as I first drove into Ballyspring. I don't want to be caught speeding, especially when this is my first time back in the UK for 6 or 7 months. So just trying to keep an eye on my speed there. But these roads tend to be kind of national speed limit, 60 miles per hour, so I am being careful. Oh, right, so we're back here. That's that car dealership there. So maybe instead of turning right, I should have carried on going. Let's head in this direction. Some sort of big spotlight up there, so maybe I'm getting towards well, maybe another farm actually. Oh no, this looks more like it, another village. Oh, police car, slow down, slow down. I mean, I wonder if these are all people on the way to the funeral. I don't know. Right, I'll carry on heading down this way. Just keeping an eye on my mirrors there. It doesn't look like that police car followed me, so I must have slowed down to that 30 limit just in time. But that was a bit close. Tell I'm not familiar with this area. Now, this must be the place. So, let's just... Oh, we're late. What kind of person is late to their own grandmother's funeral? Right, let's try not to make too much noise. We'll just pull it up here. Dear. think that man over there, that's my nan and granddad's one of their best friends. He's the chap that moved over from Cornwall with them. Mr. Travaskis, I think his name is. Nicer boy. Certainly looks a lot older than the last time I remember. But yeah, no. I'll have to see if a bit later on, maybe when they have the wake in the pub, I can just say hello and introduce myself. You never know, he might remember me. Well, okay, it's done. Very sad, especially that I was late. But I thought the actual ceremony was going to be inside the church there, but it wasn't. It was all outside. At least it's quite a nice sunny day today, I guess, for a December. It's not always like that, especially in Britain. Very rarely is it this sunny, in fact, even in summer. But yeah, it's done now. Very sad. It looks like most people are going to leave their cars here and head over to the pub next door, which is just there. Just to kind of celebrate her life, I guess, and have a bit of a chat. But before we pop in there, and just in case I get a bit carried away and have a couple of drinks, I want to pop back in the car and just head up to where my nan's farm was, or is, I should say, and just have a quick look at it, I guess. It'd be nice just to show you the area. No, I'm assuming all of these cars are going to be gone by the time we get back. But let's head on up. Let's go there. I'm pretty sure I remember the way to there. I do remember this as a child. It's amazing the kind of things you remember, but I do recognise this area now. So, I left the indicator on. Luckily, it's not my car. Alright, let's try and reverse out of here without hitting that car. Oh, victory. There's a lot of people here, which is a popular lady. It's quite a quiet town though. Quite a little village. Alright, nice John Deere. God, I'd love to own one of those back at our farm. That would be amazing. As it stands, we don't even own a single tractor. Right, I can't see where I'm going. That car is kind of inconveniently parked, but I'm guessing we're clear. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going now. So down here. Followed this road for a little while. And eventually, I believe, I seem to remember they had a field on the corner with a gate, and then you had to turn right up kind of a back lane. And there was another farm even further off into the distance. So I'm going to keep on going. When I get closer, I'm sure I'll recognise it. Right, here we are. Just pulling up now, actually. I don't think I went the right way, by the way. That took a lot longer than I think it should. In fact, when we leave in a mo, we shall go straight ahead and have a look, but I don't think that was the fastest way at all. You can tell I'm not used to these back roads in this area. Right, I've had to put the light on as well. It's starting to get darker already, you know. But then I suppose it's December. We're kind of looking at about 2 o'clock-ish now. So yeah, I guess it is going to get darker, and it's getting colder too. So here it is. So my nan's not been here for a while. I think I mentioned before she's been in a home for the last couple of years. So I'll just get my torch on. So here it is. So it's not been a working farm for a little while. Really nice farmhouse there. It's huge. I can remember staying in there as a kid. That was really, really good. I used to get to stay in that room there actually. That top one there on the right hand side. Yeah. Doesn't even look like you can get into the door now. But I guess I don't know what the plan is. I mean, I'm not going to selfishly think in my head already about inheritance and things like that, because I honestly don't know. But you know, there is a possibility. Not that I'm going to bring it up. I don't ever remember my nan or my granddad having a Matty Ferguson though, so I'm not sure what that's all about. But it doesn't look like it's in the best estates in the world. But I don't know. Maybe if that's going spare, once all of this is decided and sold off, I wonder if we can look into taking that back with us, or getting that at least delivered to us, if it's even repairable. I have no idea. But yeah, this is it really. This is my nan and granddad's old place. I'm gonna miss it. A lot of childhood memories here. Right, anyway, let's head on back. I don't want to spend too much longer here. Okay, right, so we'll start the engine. So we're going to go straight ahead this time, I think, and see if this takes us out any closer. Now, I do know, along with my nan and granddad's best friend, there were three of them actually. Mr. Travaskis, who I think we've seen at the funeral there in the distance, the older boy with quite a substantial beard. Quite jealous of his beard, in fact. Oh, thank you. And then there was a third who didn't move to Ireland. He stayed in Cornwall. He was a bit of a comedian. He's Mr. Rowe. I believe he is coming. I didn't see him at the funeral itself. I didn't see him at the service, but I believe he's coming. And one thing he is very good at, which is what my nan would have wanted, is putting a smile on people's face. So yeah, we don't want to miss that. We want to get there in time. Now, what's the hold up here? We've gone from a place where there never was a lot of traffic to somewhere where there seems to be 3 times as much. Oh, it's that tractor. I wonder what kind of tractor that one is. Typical. I think we have to go left as well. Absolutely typical. Always the way. I don't feel so homesick now after remembering what this race is like. Managed to overtake it there, you can see it in the mirror. So as soon as we've overtook it, we're back into a 30 zone. Brilliant. Anyway, I'm surprised those cars are still there, but then everyone's quite close knit around here. It wouldn't surprise me if the funeral directors, are probably friends of my nan's anyway, so they'd probably come in here for a drink or two. Right, let's just park around the back. It definitely looks like everyone's stayed in the church car park. Pretty sure I'd be alright to park here anyway. Okay, switch off the lights. That's a really nice car. Absolutely no chance of buying one of those anytime soon, that's for certain, but that is lovely. When you're hiring a car, I don't know what it costs, about 80 quid I think it was to hire that out. Certainly worth it for the odd day here and there, but really nice to drive. Anyway, looks like they got the music going already. Smithwick's, I'm assuming that's the local ale. Right, let's head on in anyway. Try and find a decent seat, see if we can have a chat with some people I might recognise. And also, hopefully Mr. Rowe will turn up. He's a good laugh. See you in a bit.
I got some very bad news. I never had to tell an audience such bad news, never. But I just heard someone on the news. You'll hear it all when you get up. I might as well tell you now, something terrible. Tonight, somebody has broken into Boris Johnson's library and have stolen all his books, the bastard. And 3 of them he hadn't even coloured in. I've been in to see the doctor. I said, I got an hereditary problem. I said, I got diarrhea. He said, well, diarrhea is not hereditary. I said, well, it's in my genes. Now, I've got to tell you, I've had a shit of a day. I woke up this morning, and there's a gorilla up in the tree in my garden, a bloody great gorilla. Well, I rung the zoo. I said, there's a bloody gorilla in my garden. Oh, he said, that bloody thing have got out again. He said, we'll come and man will come with the van and take him home. Well, the man arrived at the van. He had a bloody great dog and a shotgun. I said, what? He said, you take the gun. I said, what are you going to do? He said, I'm going up the tree, and I'm going to shake the tree. When the gorilla fall down, the dog is trained to bite his balls and keep biting till he goes unconscious with the pain. Then we put him in the van. Good. I said, what's the gun for? He said, if I fall at the tree, shoot the dog. I was on the bus in Yeovil upstairs on the top of the double-decker, and there's a woman over this sitting opposite, breastfeeding a dear little baby girl. Gorgeous, you are, little baby girl. And she said to this little girl, now come on, drink it up. I'll give it to the nice man over there. That's me. Then afterwards she said, come on, I told you, drink it up. I will. I'll give it to the nice man over there. Then about a mile after, she said, it's your last warning. I said, well, make your mind up. I should have got off 4 stops ago. But I went in and seen the woman doctor. She said, Jethro, she said, you've got to stop masturbating. I said, why? She said, because I'm trying to examine you. But you know, I was Saturday night, Penberthy came in my place. Jethro, he said, you've got to help me out. I said, what have happened? He said, I've took a woman out tonight, and I bought her fish and chips, and she's pissed at the mattress. I'm out in the back of the transit van. I've held her drawers off. I'm just about to introduce the ferrets. And my wife had rung up. I gotta go home. What do you want me to do? Well, he said, go on where I left off. I said, not doing that. Damn, you got any respect at all, you uncouth bastard? I said, take the lady home and see she get home, you ignorant bastard. Well, he bundled me in the back of this van with this woman. I don't know who the hell she is. I don't even know what she looked like. She bloody friendly. I've been there about 2 minutes. The policeman come on flashing his light in. He said, what do you think you're doing? I said, I'm here making love to my wife. He said, I didn't realize it was your wife. I said, nor did I until you shone your torch. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say what a wonderful, wonderful night I've had. Not tonight. Another night. But I don't want to be too late home tonight because my wife have lost her voice and I don't want to miss it. But last Sunday morning I was in church and there was a very elderly couple in front of me. They really were very, very, very old. And in the middle of the sermon, this dear old lady, bless her heart, she was gorgeous. She whispered in her husband's ear, she said, I've just very, 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 very quietly broken wind. She said, what do you think I should do? And he said, Put a new battery in your hearing aid.
What on earth is going on out here? Someone's been naughty. God, there's people everywhere. What is going on?
Mr. Penberthy?
You're talking to me.
Are you Jack Penberthy?
Yeah, speaking.
Mr. Penberthy, you have a warrant out for your arrest.
I do. What do you mean I've got a warrant for my arrest?
Mr. Penberthy, I'm arresting you on suspicion of fraud and money laundering. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say will be given in evidence. Do you understand?
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I don't really understand why.
Can you please just get down onto your knees and just allow us to search you?